Welcome to today's explainer. If you share your home with a cat, you are already intimately familiar with the routine. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that slow, deliberate press of their body against yours, the winding around the furniture, the gentle nudge of a wet nose. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what they're truly saying when they do this? So, let's dive right into this incredibly common experience. You get the sudden ankle weave or a forehead bump right as you're walking through the kitchen. And honestly, it's a completely fair question to ask. Are they showing love, or are they just actively trying to trip you while you carry your morning coffee? What is actually going on beneath the surface of this quirky little feline habit?
Well, welcome to Feline Language 101. Today, we're going to treat your cat's physical body language as a secret, silent foreign language that you can actively learn to translate. Because, believe it or not, they aren't just doing this to be cute or because they have an itch. They are communicating in a highly sophisticated, biologically driven way to interact with both you and their environment.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the secret feline language.
Okay, to really understand this communication, we've got to look at the basic mechanics. These invisible pheromones, they are essentially the primary vocabulary words your cat is using. When a cat rubs against you, or really any object, they're physically transferring tiny amounts of this scent. Now, we as humans have absolutely no idea it's happening. We literally do not have the hardware to smell these pheromones. But to another cat, or to the cat leaving the scent, it is as clear as reading a giant neon sign.
Moving right along to Section 2, the science of cat sense. To actually speak this chemical language effectively, your cat is basically a walking toolkit. They are equipped with specific scent glands located right on the cheeks, the forehead, the chin, the sides of their body, and the base of the tail. Notice how these locations align perfectly with how your cat physically interacts with you? When they push their face into your hand or deliberately drag their side along your leg, they aren't just petting themselves. They are systematically deploying those exact scent glands.
When a cat rubs those glands against an object in your house, their inner monologue essentially translates to, "This is familiar, this feels safe, this belongs to me." By leaving their pheromones behind, they're basically writing little notes of comfort to themselves. They are turning a chaotic, totally scentless human world into a perfectly mapped-out zone of safety.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, marking territory and trust. Because cats apply this scent vocabulary specifically to manipulate their environment, you'll see them zero in on common territorial targets, things like furniture corners, door frames, and walls. By coding these highly trafficked structural bottlenecks in their own pheromones, they create a foundational sense of security. It's just their way of making sure that absolutely everywhere they walk smells like their own personal sanctuary. You can really see this whole thing in action when a disruption occurs. Say you bring a brand new, strange-smelling cardboard box into the house. Your cat immediately executes the new object protocol. They march over and they rub against it to mask those unfamiliar smells, which actively works to lower their own stress levels. By depositing their scent, the object is officially approved and safely integrated right into their territory. But what happens when this marking behavior shifts from furniture and cardboard boxes directly onto you? Well, the official term for this is bunting, and it is a profound display of trust and safety. When a cat presses or bumps their head against your forehead or your hand, they're showing deep affection. See, in the feline world, mixing their scent with yours is exactly how they strengthen social bonds, and they only do this with people and animals they completely 100% trust. Furthermore, think about what happens when you walk through the front door after a long day at work. They start weaving around your legs, and trust me, it's not just to say hello. You've been out in the world all day, picking up thousands of strange, unapproved smells. So they aggressively rub on you to exchange scents and make sure you smell like their territory again. You're basically being officially welcomed back into the fold and re-stamped as home.
But let's be real for a second, bringing us to Section 4, demanding attention and food.
Now, as beautiful as all that affection is, this language isn't solely about security and love. Sometimes it is highly transactional, and your cat knows exactly what they are doing. Cats learn very quickly that we humans respond incredibly reliably to physical touch, so they'll often bust out this attention request combo move. You'll usually spot this near the treat cabinet or maybe while you're desperately trying to type on your laptop. They hit you with the rubbing, combined with loud purring, persistent meowing, and a straight, upright tail. It is a highly coordinated, multi-sensory strategy. And when you witness this combo move, the translation is crystal clear. Feed me right now. They're effectively saying, drop whatever you are doing and cater to my needs immediately. And you know what? Because they've trained us so incredibly well, it almost always works.
Finally, Section 5, when to call the vet.
While almost all of the behavior we've discussed today is completely normal and healthy, it is absolutely vital to know how to spot a physical red flag when the translation fails and something is actually wrong with your pet. Normal rubbing is relaxed. It's greeting owners, scent exchange, marking the couch. But if you see problematic rubbing, we're talking constant, excessive scratching at the exact same area on their face, visible distress while doing it, hair loss or skin irritation, that is no longer communication. That could indicate allergies, ear issues, or skin conditions that require a veterinarian right away. It's crucial to know the difference between a happy greeting and a cry for medical help.
So, stepping back from the anatomy, the pheromones, and the biology, what is the ultimate takeaway for you as a pet owner navigating the silent, beautiful communication every single day? What's the true meaning behind the feline rub?
The very next time your cat gently bumps their head into your hand or whines around your ankles, take it as the absolute highest compliment. Because beyond marking their territory or just begging for a treat, this is what they are truly saying to you. You're part of my world. They are actively choosing to include you in their safe space. And honestly, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are we just living in their house, or are they graciously allowing us to share their world? Think about that the next time you get a head bump. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.